Hello, my name is Meredith Burkich, and I am the president of Viridian Energy. We recently had Dr. Steve Taubman appear at our annual convention, Power Up 2014 Take Charge. He was the absolute perfect speaker because not only did we enjoy his entertainment after our big awards gala celebration, but he came the next day and gave a keynote that delivered practical application for people to really take control, really take charge of their lives, really adjust their mindsets and understand that the sky is the limit if you will just allow yourself the luxury of believing and really taking responsibility for what goes on in your head and how to just reset yourself, recalibrate yourself for success. We are so appreciative of the time that he spent. All of our associates have raved about him, are continuing to follow his guidance, what we see in his materials. And so we just want to thank you, Dr. Steve, for coming, and recommend to anybody watching this video, if you are looking for somebody who is going to change the way your associates or your sales force thinks, Dr. Steve Taubman is your man.
Hi, this is Steve Taubman, or as I've come to be known in the industry, Dr. Steve. Let's get started with this now famous story from my best-selling book on hypnosis called The Invisible Wall.
Not only is this man a hypnotist, a chiropractor, a magician, he is a fabulous entertainer and speaker, and it is my honor to have you welcome to the stage Dr. Steve Taubman. Let's get on our feet.
I've been performing hypnosis shows all over the United States and the Caribbean. And I was asked to come to Barbados for spring break. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. So I go to spring break, and they asked me to come and perform. And I'm on the stage, and I've got all these kids up there, and I've got them, they're milking a cow, and they're conducting an orchestra, and the person sitting next to them smells really bad. And they think they're hot, they're cold, they're watching a funny movie. I've got one guy thinks he's pregnant. Another guy thinks he's the father. So I start thinking, let me try something different. Let me do something a little bit new. So I get one of my subjects and I say, when you wake up, 3 things are going to happen. I say, number 1, you don't believe that you're hypnotized. Even though you are, you don't believe it. Number 2, this is the worst show you've ever seen and you are pissed. And number 3, there's an invisible wall about 3 feet in front of you. So I wake everybody up. And I say, how's everybody doing? And everybody's like, yeah, we're great. Everything. And all of a sudden I hear, you suck. I turn and I look, and it's this guy, right? I said, what's the matter? He goes, this show is terrible. I said, well, then leave. He gets up, he goes, I said, leave. He does it 2 or 3 times. He finally gives up, and he sits back down. So I look at him, I say, what's going on? He goes, nothing. I said, are you enjoying the show? He says, no. I said, well, why don't you leave? And you'd see the wheels turning, right? He goes, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. And it all became clear to me in that moment, because that's really all of us. We're all hypnotized. We have someplace we want to go. We have a goal. We have a dream. We have a vision of what's possible for us. And we start moving towards it, and then we hit the wall. And we hit it again, and we hit it again. And we do all these different things to try to get through it. We try to learn more and apply more effort. And eventually, we get exhausted because it doesn't get us where we want to go. And we sit back down, and we make up excuses about why we didn't get what we wanted. And we are unsatisfied. Most people spend the majority of their lives in a state of hypnosis. Half awake, sleepwalking through life, programmed and ineffective. Which is why most of us never really achieve what we set out to achieve, and why I wrote the book on hypnosis.
When you invite me to your event, you're going to hear that story because I've told it to every group that I've spoken to for over 10 years, over 40,000 people. And that's because it's a springboard for a very important message. What I teach is a unique and extremely effective system to help you motivate your team, get yourself unstuck, and increase productivity while actually decreasing stress. The secret of my effectiveness is that unlike almost all of my colleagues, I show you how to harness the power of your subconscious mind. Using a series of exercises borrowed from the science of self-hypnosis, mindfulness, and neurology, I've devised a practical process that quickly and effectively shifts the way your team thinks and gives them mastery over limiting beliefs and emotions. And the proven results are absolutely amazing. More sales, more recruits, greater customer satisfaction, and a happier workplace. And to deepen the learning and make it stick, I mix the messages with stories, humor, and even magic. Here are a couple of examples. The first is from a youth leadership conference. And by the way, I think we should all dedicate some of our valuable time to empowering future generations. And the second is at a large international convention. Anyway, see if you can guess the underlying message for each of these.
Demonstrate this principle to you right now. Now, Chris, you all know that I'm a magician. I said I was going to do a little magic for you. And maybe you've seen things like this before where a magician takes something and they pretend to put it in their hands, but they really hold on to it. So I want you to watch really carefully. I put it in my hand here, and I don't want you to look away, because you see, now that's what, I know, right? I know. Now I'm going to try it again. Maybe if I make the roll just a little bit bigger, right? We'll just make it a little bit bigger. Maybe that's not big enough. What do you think? A little bit bigger like that. Now another thing sometimes a magician will do, they'll go to put it there and they'll kind of divert it like that. So don't let me do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there just like that. And I'm going to, on the count of three, say three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it just disappears. Thank you, thanks. Now I'm going to do one more time. I'm going to try really, really big. Isn't that right? Okay, here we go. Okay, this is going to be a little tougher. Okay, let's see if I can get that in there. Okay. Say go.
Go.
Did I fool you?
No.
I thought I fooled him. Okay, let's try it again. Say go. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, you see, that's how it works. I'm going to let Sue be the magician. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick a card out of there. Tell me to sign my name on the card.
Sign your name on the check.
Or check. Tell me I'm going to make your card disappear.
I'll make your card disappear. Abracadabra.
Cadabra, good, beautiful. Bingo. Okay, now, look through and find my signed card.
It disappeared.
Seriously, it's gone, right? Say, I've made your card disappear.
I made your card disappear.
And now this is my favorite part. Say, that's because
That's because
I'm sitting on it.
I'm sitting on it.
Really? I think there are a few reasons that magic is powerful. One is that it reminds us that nothing is impossible, right? A lot of what looks effortless is the sum total of practice and the sum total of thought. And there are so many things that go into being able to create what's a quote-unquote effortless experience. Constant churning of thought that keeps us only using 12% of our minds. Well, there's all this capacity, all this potential to use other parts of our minds, and guess what? When you start using other parts of your mind, you become more resourceful, more creative, you start making more money, you start having more fun, you start filling your life with rooms like this with other people who do the same thing, and having freedom. Whatever you can do or think you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. That's my story. Thank you.
And every presentation includes a brief but powerful interactive exercise, a guided meditation to release negativity, deliver empowering beliefs to the subconscious, and experience deep presence. People often say it's the most powerful thing they've ever felt.
You see yourself with purpose, joy, and a connection to your higher power, and realize that you have the power to be as successful and wonderful and happy as you want to be. And on the count of 3, when you open your eyes, you'll feel a wonderful state of peace washing over you, and a state of confidence washing over you now.
The bottom line is that without your subconscious mind being on board, you'll either fail to accomplish your goals or it will be a very bumpy ride indeed. But when you and your team get your subconscious mind on board, you'll get out of your way, you'll release your brakes, and you'll accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Sales go up, stress comes down. Let me leave you with one final clip. This is something only some of my clients request, but of a demonstration of the power of belief in which I've hypnotized this woman, someone not particularly used to being in the spotlight, to believe that she is the keynote speaker everyone's come to see, and she's about to spontaneously deliver 2 powerful minutes called You Can Do It. And before I leave you, let me say that, as you can probably tell, I love what I do. Please give me the opportunity to help get you and your team on the fast track to success today. I look forward to hearing from you.
Wow. Great to be here. You know, hands off to all of you for making the trip to be here with us tonight. And I want to share with you a simple recipe for success. And it's one that has been with me for the last 15 years, one where I doubted myself, where I really could not understand that anybody could succeed at this industry. Anybody here relate to that? Well, let me tell you, you can do it. And you can do it if you lead with your heart. If you lead with your heart, with the feeling that you are there truly to help that person, not yourself, is all about inspiring others to be the best that they can be. You can do this. Are you with me? I know you are. I'm proud of every one of you. I know that you can be up here on this stage and that you will move mountains. You will move cultures. You will affect people around the globe. You can do it. My pleasure. Thank you, everybody.
Let's hear it for Kathy one more time. Thank you for inspiring us with your message.